Hey crafters, welcome back to my channel Because I'm Crafty. My name's Katelyn, and I know we're getting pretty far into the year, but I still wanted to do a look back on 2018. So I'm going to take a look back at my makes, my Make 9, my resolutions, and see what I did, what I didn't do, and what I think I need to improve on this year. In my resolutions and my Make 9 video, which was all in one, I'm just going to pick out a few things that I found and talk to you guys about it from my book here. And one of the things I said I wanted to try in 2018 was to make more self-drafted patterns and to learn how to make PDF patterns. So I don't think I did that. I definitely want to learn how to make PDF patterns, and I'm looking into it now. Self-drafted I definitely want to do more of. My passion is more in actual sewing, which is why I stray away from pattern drafting. I know I can do it, and I have the tools and the skills to do it. I just need to actually sit down and do it. So still a goal for this year. I also said, where would you like to see your wardrobe at the end of 2018? I said I'd like to have half of my wardrobe self-made. I would like to have more out-of-the-box styles and unique styles. Use more vintage patterns. And at the end of 5 years, have a whole handmade wardrobe. Now, having a half of wardrobe self-made, I don't think I'm quite there yet. I still have a lot of store-bought garments in my wardrobe. A lot of them are very old. I have some new thrifted finds in there as of recently, but I don't think I'm halfway there yet. Not quite. I actually took out a lot of my old clothes, and they're still sitting kind of on my bed, but I've been meaning to bring them down here so I can cut them up and use them for other things. So either refashion them into something else or use them to like test other things, like small pieces, small things. I used quite a few vintage patterns last year, but not all the ones that I said. Did I do more out of the box and unique styles? Definitely, I think so. And is my goal still at the end of 5 years to have a whole handmade wardrobe? Definitely. Now in my Make 9, which is where I really failed, I think I talked about in one of my videos that I just filmed, but putting bulletin boards up on the wall, and I'm definitely going to do that and put my goals up, because I think if I see them, I can coordinate the things that I'm just generally wanting to make or participating in a challenge, and I can kind of incorporate the two. So one of my Make 9s was make underwear and use scraps, and to use up any scraps that I have, and self-draft new styles. Did not do that. Make that vintage pattern and pink coat. I did start that. I haven't finished it. It's still hanging on my door. I basically have to reset in the sleeve. It wasn't fitting right, and because the shoulder was too wide, so I cut it down. So I need to re-sew on the sleeve, attach the lining, and do the hem. And I think that's it. So it's really almost there. I just haven't sat down to do it yet. But still, I didn't complete it in 2018. I said I wanted to make a see-through top. Still have the fabric for it. I couldn't decide exactly on a design. I want to drape something for it, so didn't do that either. Make more bralettes and self-draft more styles. So I did make a couple of styles throughout the year. Some of them I didn't share, but I don't think I actually self-drafted any new ones. Yeah. Make pattern for a well-fitted pant. So I attempted to do this, and I just could not get them to fit right, and I'm not sure if it was the fabric I was using or what, but I went ahead and bought the ultimate culottes from Sew Over It and made those in replace of the pants that I messed up, and those actually fit really well. I did have to do a lot of alterations to it just because of my shape and how short I am in the torso, but those actually fit really well. So did I make a well-fitted pant? Yes, but I didn't self-draft them. So copy and make pattern from Make pattern from peplum top/jacket. So I have this jacket that's from H&M. It has like 3/4 length sleeves, or kind of elbow length sleeves, the little zip up the front, and it's a little peplum jacket. super, super cute, and I've been wanting to copy it this whole time. It's still in a bin up there, and I haven't even been wearing it because it's been in a bin waiting to be copied. I have the fabric for it, probably have a zipper for it, but I really want to do that soon. Vintage pattern dress. So I picked out a vintage pattern. I wanted to make it in a dress. I think in the summer I was picking it out, and I made something else instead at the time. So I still have that one to make. Not exactly sure what I wanted to make out of it, but circle skirt in Kitengi. So I still really, 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 really want to make this one. I have the perfect lace printed Kitengi that I want to make this skirt out of. So I definitely want to do that soon. I think it'll be great for spring, summer. And the last one is a blouse. This is the only one on my Make 9 that I actually fully did. And that is that pinstriped ruffle top. It was a free pattern from Love Sewing magazine. I do really like that top. I did end up taking it in on the sides before I went to Rwanda because I took it with me on my trip. But I really like that one, and I actually might make another out of some Kitengi that I bought. So I might get a second one of that. So improvements for 2019. Number 1 is post inspiration and goals on bulletin boards and hang them. So like I mentioned, I have them right here. I bought these at the dollar store. Good old Dollarama. Cork boards, and I even have some little button push pins. But I have 2 of these and one that looks the exact same, but it's a whiteboard. So I really want to put those up, I think, under my shelves. Some of them above my ironing board and some on the other side of the wall where my industrial sewing machine is. I think that that's a good spot to put them. Or I might put one right beside the door here, so it can just like remind me as soon as I come in. Number 2 is use sewing Oh my goodness, I cannot talk today. Use sewing planner by Athena Kaku Patterns. So I bought her sewing planner at the end of last year for this year, and I put it in a binder. It's all nice, it's all fancy, and I haven't touched it because I haven't been sewing that much. I was in Rwanda, everything was busy, and now I'm just getting back into a normal schedule again. So I haven't touched it yet, but I'm really excited to get back into it and actually plan out my makes. So instead of just like randomly picking stuff, I want to actually plan things out, and yeah, so I really want to use that. This is my number 1. I should have put this first, but I put find a balance between practical and fun sewing. So a lot of times I pick something because I think it's fun, it's out of the box, it's unique, but it's not always practical for my wardrobe because when I go into my closet, I'm usually picking out a simple t-shirt, a simple light knit sweater, and throwing on a pair of jeans, and not that like fancy top I made. So I need to pick out some more practical stuff, and I have tons of jerseys and knits that I could easily be doing that with, so I need to do that this year. And find a balance between using bought patterns and drafting new styles. I have a ton of ideas that I want to draft, and I just don't because, again, like I said earlier, my real passion is sewing, and I kind of dread drafting even though there's nothing wrong with it. I don't know why I have this like aversion to it, but I want to kind of do more half and half. So draft half my styles that I make for my own wardrobe and do half store-bought or indie patterns. The next one I wrote down is make a dress form in my own size. I really want to use that website that Joey Soey talked about in one of her videos where she made her own dress form. Now I have a dress form and you guys have seen it many times, and it's close to my size, but for some reason the shoulder blades on the back like come out a bit, like they're really thick. So the measurement across the chest and the back shoulders is weird, so anytime I put like a shirt on it or something, it's always like really tight in the back, but when I put it on it's fine. The waist and torso is really long compared to me. So when I put on those jumpsuits I made last summer, it was like stretched to the max, and then I put it on, I'm like, oh, I got lots of room. It's like perfect. So that's something I need to make so that I have my own style, because I like to drape a lot of styles, but I can't really drape on that because the torso thing is the issue. And the last one is shop my stash. no more buying fabric. My bins are so full, you guys. Like, more than half can't have a lid on them. They're overflowing. Even I have one for scraps. It's overflowing now too. So, like, I gotta find a way to use up scraps and use the fabric that I have, even if I'm not in love with every single piece. Find a way to use it somehow, creatively, or to sell in whatever way I can, because I have way too much fabric, and Fabricland ban starts now. And I'm also going to not only shop my stash for fabric, but shop my closet and see what I can refashion, whether it's a dress that I'm just hemming to make it into a cute little top, or cutting off that gathered skirt and using it for a shirt or some cool sleeves. Whatever it is, I need to use what I have and bring some new uniqueness into what I have, freshen things up, instead of going out and buying new things or even going to the thrift store. I love going to the thrift store, but I definitely have a lot of things I can refresh myself. So that concludes my look back on 2018 and what I think I should do in 2019. I'm going to include a little bit of a photo montage after this with pictures of things that I made in 2018. I'll try and find all the pictures, if not just what I can find, because I have a ton of pictures from last year. So I'm not going to try and bore you too much and try and get through them fairly quickly. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video and it was helpful in some way. Maybe you can look back at what you did in 2018 and what you want to do this year. Maybe shop your stash too, shop your closet and see what you can refresh. But yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. I hope you guys have a fabulous week, and I'll see you next time, crafters. Bye!